Hello, everybody. It's Christina Marie Weber, and I run a company called Christian Biz Owners on Fire, and we help faith-based and spiritual business owners who want a more fulfilling and prosperous business or ministry while putting God, their purpose, and their relationships first on a daily basis. Here we talk about everything about the intersection of business, spirituality, and relationships. And this is our process of doing a monthly education video. We do the topics up for these videos based on what people ask us. Could be direct questions from people following us, people considering doing business with us, hiring us as their mentor, clients, phenomenal phenomena I see across the board with entrepreneurs. We come up with a question and we create a resource for you to help you with this question. And this is probably one of the most common questions I get, and actually one of the most useful skills to have as an entrepreneur, in my opinion. And it's the topic today is upgrading self-limiting beliefs. So let's go ahead and walk through this. So what I do with people is I help them understand their holistic vision. And really, why that's so important is because when you do that, that's when immediately those self-limiting beliefs start to surface. So without a vision, you don't even realize you have limiting beliefs because what happens is you're living them. So it really is critical to identify the limiting beliefs as soon as possible and have a process to address them. So I teach clients the process to upgrade those beliefs, and I'm going to teach that to you today. And the longer you wait to upgrade those limiting beliefs, the longer you are stalling to achieving your vision. So let's get going. So first of all, what are self-limiting beliefs? So I love the word nerd approach. Uh, the first thing is these are beliefs, usually unconscious, unless you're doing the work on them that I encourage you to do, about what is or is not possible and how things work. So they're really designed to keep us safe. Our creator made us so that we don't go out and do crazy things and get annihilated. So they're good. The intention for having them are good, but they're not. They do interfere with growing if you don't know what they are, how to deal with them, and an ongoing process to deal with this issue. So to do a little word nerd, if you look up the word belief, it means acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. So your psyche believes whatever the belief is true. Self, a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others. So we're specifically talking about beliefs that you have about yourself. Limiting, setting or serving as a limit to something. And I would say the limit to something is something your unconscious thinks is dangerous, that would be bad for you. And so it's creating this belief designed to limit you from getting in that dangerous territory. And a limit is a restriction on the size of something permissible or possible, a point or level beyond which something does not or may not extend or pass. So this is where, when you're on a growth trajectory, that self-limiting belief serves to keep you not moving forward because your unconscious, for some reason, feels like there's something dangerous if you were to move past that. The problem with this, when you are wanting to grow, is that our unconscious drive our actions. The percentage is like 90 to 95%. We are unconsciously driven. What we do, what we don't do, even to the point of your body language. All of that is unconsciously driven, and they're driven by our beliefs. So our brain follows the unconscious mind mode map we are giving it. So you can be unaware of the mind roadmap that you're creating for your brain, or you can, what I encourage my clients to do, if you have a vision you want to achieve and it's a Holy Spirit inspired vision, you can work with the way your brain is designed to work with these things so that they don't become a hindrance to your growth. They become a help to your growth. These are rooted in childhood. And you hear a lot of them, like a lot of the beliefs can be around money mindset. And I had an interview with an abundance coach. So she specialized in helping people overcome money mindset problems. And she was talking about a lot of these beliefs, in this case around money, are rooted in childhood, etc. And I told her I definitely identified, and I did have a lot of issues around money mindset. Can't say I'm completely free of them, but I had major issues with that. A lot of Christians do, and more so than the general population. And I told her, I said, "Well, I can't really think of any particular childhood message around money or whatever." I mean, and then I casually mentioned that, my mom used to say, "You can't have it all." And the lady said, "That's a limiting belief." So, what my mother was referring to is you can't have happiness, money, a great relationship, good health, great. I mean, you just can't have it all. And so, what happens is when you have something like operating in the background, you may not have realized that you've bought into that or you've accepted that as true. Your brain looks for evidence to prove that belief. And the other thing your brain does is it ignores evidence that don't prove that belief. So, what can you do about limiting beliefs? You cannot think your way out of them. I mean, I love positive affirmations, etc., whatever, and they're good. But if you've got a core self-limiting beliefs, they're going to be moderately to effective to not effective at all. I mean, you can do that after you've upgraded the beliefs, which is what I'm referring to now, because these beliefs are hardwired program into your entire system. Your system looks at these beliefs as your defense mechanism of against survival, living or dying. That's how serious your system sees these. It doesn't work to simply restate the opposite and tell your brain that what is true, even if it is true. So if I were just to say, "That's not true, you can't have it all," that that just doesn't work. You're because you don't believe it. You can say it, but you don't believe it intrinsically. But you can untangle these beliefs gradually. So your brain can start to gradually receive new evidence of the truth. So your self-limiting beliefs are a powerful defense system designed to protect you. They must be approached delicately, gradually, and repetitively. So this gradual process of upgrading your limiting beliefs is called upgrading your limiting beliefs into supportive beliefs. So that is what I'm going to teach you today. So how do you upgrade self-limiting beliefs? Well, first of all, you have to figure out what your limiting beliefs are. And I go back to the beginning. That usually starts with vision work, because you'll start to, when you get in touch with, okay, this is really what I want. And I would add holistic vision work, because a lot of times the limiting beliefs are not around the one area that you are focusing on. It's around another area. I mean, the one I gave you for myself, you can't have it all. So this was showing up, this self-limiting belief was showing up in being financially solid in my business. Um, why would that have anything to do with it? Well, because for me, my value system is relationships, serving God, etc., were much higher on the list of priorities than having a lot of money. So what was happening is in my mind, I was creating this dichotomy that I can't have it all. I can't serve God, I can't be obedient, I can't have great relationships and have money. So this is why we need to really, because a lot of times the beliefs, there's some truth to them. And we needed their early warning system. A lot of times with clients, almost 100% of the time, we'll start out with their business goal, but usually very quickly there will be something about their relationships that they're a little afraid of should they hit that business goal. And we have to address that. And some of those concerns are absolutely valid. And that is why we want to untangle this gently. So basically, this is the way you would do it is, and I'll walk you through that one that I have. First, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The first thing you want to do is you want to identify the limiting belief, and then you want to gradually upgrade it to the most supportive belief that you can actually believe. Not the total opposite that there's no way you believe it right now, but the most supporting. And then what happens is your brain, because it's now you've created cognitive dissonance. You've got two beliefs in there that they both can't be true. The original self-limiting belief, and now the upgraded belief that you actually believe. You believe both of them, and your brain's like, wait a second. Okay, we've got two things here, and they both can't be true. And so it goes to work to start to look for evidence of now the partially upgraded belief. Um, and then basically we just keep doing that ongoing until you reach a belief that matches your vision, so that your system isn't working against your vision, it's working for your vision. So let me give you an example. So back to the one I said, you can't have it all. So this is the way we go about that. And I kind of I mean, I really did believe that. I was open. I hoped that you could. I didn't really want to believe that. And obviously I was investing time and money to try to have a different outcome than that, but it was still gnawing in the back of my unconscious. So the way you go about that is you say, okay, well, do you believe there are people who, first of all, what is have it all? Define that. That was part of the problem, as I wasn't really defining have it all. I just clumped everything in there. Yeah, there are trade-offs to choices that you make, but what I was able to see the next limiting belief is, well, wait a second. What about as I define have it all? Are there people that actually have that? And I was able to believe that. Well, okay, this is how I define have it all. It doesn't mean have a $10 million business. I don't consider that having it all. I mean, what do I define? And are there actually people on the planet that have that? And I was able to upgrade to that level. And then you kind of go further and say, okay, well, if there are some people that do exist that actually have it all the way that I would like to have it all, do I believe that I could have it all? Now, and truthfully, at the first, I didn't really believe that. I thought they could have it all. I believed other people could have it all, and they did exist, but I didn't really believe that I could. And so then I had to scale it back. That would be too far of a belief that I really wouldn't buy into, that I could have it all. I saw other people could, and I do know they exist. So then the next level up would be, well, don't you think people that quote unquote have it all, as you define it, they actually maybe do certain things that allow them to have it all? And I was able to buy into that. Yeah, I think they probably do. And then the next level was, do you think it's possible that if there are certain things, maybe one person who has it all, or maybe several people, common things that several people who have it all are doing, do you think that it's possible to learn what those things are? And I was able to buy into that. And then I was able to say, okay, so do you think that the people that have what you consider having it all, who are actually doing it, and that there is a possibility that there are a common set of things that they are doing that allow them to have it all, and that you could potentially learn how to do that? Do you think that if you learned how to do that, you could also have it all? And that's kind of was my cap. I believed I could maybe learn how to do it, but I didn't quite believe I could implement it. So, okay, I'm not totally there. So then you state the new up supportive belief up to the level you really believe it. Like I really believed that there are people that have it all as I define it. There probably are common things they're doing to have it all, and that I could learn how to do it. I didn't quite believe I could apply it, but I could at least learn what they were doing. So then you run with that, okay? So what I would do with clients then is I would then have them record. Now this kind of gets into affirmation. I would have them record the new upgraded belief on their phone and listen to it every day. So I believe, I would say there are people who have it all in the way that I define it that probably do similar things, and I can learn what those things are. And I would record that and I would play it every day. Because now you're going into your unconscious and you're amplifying that dissonance between the old limiting belief and the new upgraded belief, and your brain has to resolve it. Your brain can't handle that dissonance. So what you're doing is you're feeding in the new belief, and that's reminding your brain, okay, let's kind of have your radar up for people who have it all. What are they doing? Da 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 da. And then over time, when you do that, then you get to the point where you actually believe that. Like, okay, there are people who do it. I actually know what they do. And then you're at a new level. And then you can start to upgrade that belief to where you need it to be, which is I need to believe that I can implement it. Not this that exists, but I can actually implement it. That would be the next level. So I actually have an entire process I do with clients. I have a process very quickly. I can help them identify all of their current self-limiting beliefs. And I do this around their vision and an annual planning process. So I help them identify what that is. I help them create all those new upgraded beliefs. And I recommend they put it in an audio, they listen to them every year. I practice what I preach. I do the same thing. You would be amazed if you do that by the end of the year, those limiting beliefs, even the upgraded ones that you're working towards, they're like, "Totally, I could do that. Like, totally, I know what they do, and totally, I know I could do that." I mean, by the end of the time, you will win out, and then you'll be at your next level. Because what happens if you're a growth-oriented person, that next level, there's gonna be a whole new slew of limiting beliefs. It's like, "Whoa, never really done that." Maybe I could have it all, but I couldn't have a company that's employs 10 people, like I could do the, lifestyle entrepreneur thing, but I couldn't do, so whatever. So you're always growing in your business. You're always, if you're surviving and thriving, and these limiting beliefs are part of it. So to conclude, most people live in a constant fog about how they think and how that is actually keeping them stuck. So once clients are aware of self-limiting beliefs and how to deal with it, you will grow exponentially. And this is not a one and done. This is something you will need to be doing ongoing if you're growing, if you've got a vision you're going towards. And I love helping people do this. So if you're interested, if this is resonating with you and you want to get on the fast track to get rid of the frustration of having a dream that you're just falling short on all the time, I would love to help you. So, the best way to kind of get rolling with that, if you'd like to have a conversation about how I might be able to support you, is just reach out to me. I'm pretty open to meeting with people. Um, I can be reached on LinkedIn. Just search for Christina Marie Weber or Christian Biz Owners on Fire. Give me a direct message. Use the phrase ready to thrive, and I'll know that you want to have a conversation about this and be happy to have that with you. Or you can just go to my contact page, christianbizownersonfire.com. Reach me there. I'll be in touch with you. I would love to help you with this. This is absolutely transformational. You learn how to do this, and the sky's the limit of you achieving your dreams. So, have a wonderful day. And now we're going to strike the pose.